Hello to today's video with my new gown. In one of my roomie cards there is a card new gown, like become a new person. Yeah, this I did myself. A bolero kind of thing. Today I want to talk about socialize. The video is for people who are really having hard time to socialize, or hard time to be with people, to feel familiar with people, as it is for me and my twin flame. Even he's denying it, or is not aware of it. I want to be authentic about it. I want to love myself as I would love a best friend or a child. So that's why I want to learn to stand up for myself. Not those kind of love like, of course I stand to my child or my partner, but not to his disability. What a actual F, that makes me like, no, please. And I feel like this tension then that people start to try to in their mind to making up, in their mind going on like this, knowing the situation and trying to make it up. And I feel that this is for me so uncomfortable. I just want to go away or just say that, but it's not my problem. I just don't want to have to deal with people like that. I'm sorry, but this is not love, and we started in ourselves. To stand up to ourselves, to stand up to our abilities and disabilities as they are, because there's not a sickness if it's not labeled like that. So, and the other thing is boredom. If we are stuck, if we're not socialized, it's boredom. And people who are social phobic, they have to socialize because this is their problem. So boredom, stuckness is actually that for because we don't do the right thing and we feel not guided and we feel not doing anything, because we have to learn. So I wrote a couple of things. I'm gonna draw a card for us from my favorite deck, Getting to the Vortex from Abraham Hicks as the Hex. So I wrote a couple of things. If there is boredom and if there is a need to socialize, to feel familiar with people and overcome this threat, this uncomfortability to be around people, this coming up feeling of not belonging and frightening. So I wrote a couple of things. The first thing is to like yourself, to know I want to go and like myself no matter how. I'm gonna be first person to choose myself, to stand up for myself. This is really important no matter what you do. Without it, it's not gonna work. So this is the first step. Every time we feel like we don't know, no matter what the outer situation, take my time and say no or yes to that moment and step back or forward, but inside, take a deep breath. This is the most important thing whenever. The other thing is, no matter what we do, we have to socialize. If it not feels exciting, that means anything will do, but on a way that at least frightening, because least resistance learn us that it's not actually so frightening, right? Because if we're too resistant, it's gonna procrastinate. We're gonna maybe not do good experience. That's not working that way. So the least bad is good enough, and maybe the next step is gonna be more courageous. We have to have understanding for ourselves, because we're not as other people, and we anyway sometimes even more courageous because other people don't know those things. So it's sometimes compulsive because everything feels like the same, frightening. We are not as other people. The normal things for us are frightening and panicking. So we have to really embrace that and choose the least bad thing, and choose anything. If it not feel quite exciting or right, then to choose the best thing possible. Like anything is good, whether it is new friend, whether it is a random person, whether it is volunteering and going in winter, for example, spreading, distributing those soaps, or working in some kitchen for homeless people. Anything you do, anything. Of course, volunteering is best example where you can do without compulsion, because how I said, least resistant. And try to like everyone, learn from everyone, because everyone in this situation is your teacher, to learn that is not frightening to be around people. The panic not gonna come back as it was after the trauma. So other things, new hobbies, like if you, for example, have to wait for something. Waiting means you quite not ready or not wanting to step up and forward, but you need to. So that's why the life pushing you through suffering from doing nothing and procrastinating and stuckiness and boredom, because it has to be so unbearable that you step up. So and in the end it is not avoidable, but it can be less frightening, as I said. So sometimes I'm really kind of like angry on my twin, because he has this possibility to work from home, so he can at least distract himself. I cannot, so I have to do something, because I'm trying not to freak out. But in any way, someone who has problems with people have to work with people. Either it is in a relationship, in a new friendship, in acquaintances, anything will do, because you do this for yourself. There is no failure. Nothing like that exists. If you do it out of love to yourself, you do it out of love to others. So that is actually everything. Like yourself, choose yourself, then like everyone, because this is your next. This is the reflection of you. You want to learn to feel familiar, to be a human being, to be one with others, learn from others, like you're true, and like everything there is. It's simple, isn't it? So if there's time to wait, just some new hobbies will do, but in a long run they will not fulfill. As I said to my twin, no matter how many things you will do, if it's not what you really want, it's gonna feel unfulfilling, it's gonna feel like void, it's gonna feel like procrastination, as it is. Because if it's not important for you, if it's not important for anyone, because this is actually the beauty of the humanity of the world, that we serve the best if we serve ourselves, and should shut up all of those people who said this is selfish, because they don't even know what selfishness is. Selfishness is separation from yourself, and when you're completely alone. So yeah. Funny, right? If we don't know what we're talking about. So if you're really working to fulfill your desires, you already inspire, and this is what this word is about: creativity, inspiration, life force, right? This is spark on being each other. Yeah. My favorite hobbies are, how I said, this is some handcraft work, like to read any spiritual books or any books. Of course, more like non-fiction. Movies, loving any movie, sci-fi, love it. Sci-fi to read is just not for me. It's a bit boring, but to look, to watch, ooh. And sometimes to write some notes, to draw cards, to do some spiritual work with just for fun or volunteering, and do crazy things. That I forgot this one, because crazy things gonna show you that it's completely normal to be just different, because there is, as I said, there is no such thing as right. This is right if it's right for you, and if wrong if it's wrong for you. So crazy things, I mean with that, anything. For example, just as I said, writing some love notes to strangers, emails, some just random question, asking people maybe they have nothing to do and will just have some conversation with you if you're bored, for example, or need to socialize, right? Because in the end we have to realize that we are better than to be ignored or not deserving or just begging for attention, right? I'm talking about like to learn what socializing is, to where my boundaries, how it works, like for tests, or just for example do some kind attention task, like buy for someone coffee. I bought for some workers, for example, like, you know, to do some things, to learn how people react, because people react really positively, but we think they will not, and even if they would say no, so you drink the coffee. So yeah, this, or you're gonna take the card back, but most people are really grateful because the separation is the main disease. From separation comes deception and comes loneliness, because if we will be authentic, we will be more one, and if we are more one, we're not afraid of anything, because if people are honest, you're not afraid of anything. They embrace you and they allow you and they love themselves. Well, it's sad. It must be sad that it's sad, but we're working on. So yeah, I'm gonna draw some card. One is popped up, and this card calls I can't stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. Well, it's a bit interesting. So you see on the card a figure who looking on the sun, looking to their desires, looking above, holding a rising moon. This is a rising moon in her other hand. So working with all of those planets to manifest desires, because there are no limits. Number is 11. This is of healer and of mastery. Very good. So I'm going to read the card for you. You can read the word of things that bother you. You have got to read your vibration of things that bother you. So, and when you read your vibration of things that bother you, no things that bother you can come. Yeah, but you cannot really read anything from your vibration, because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. The only way to stop attracting something that you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want, but you have to take small steps in it. See? It's beautifully said. Beautifully said. I'm going to... It was loud, I'm sorry. I'm having this Baldry auntie, so I am stay calm. I think you understood the card. It's really perfectly fitting, isn't it? See, from so many cards, how many is there? 60, which is the exactly right one, because the card wants to tell you you cannot just put things, go and chase things in the world that you don't like, and eliminate that. This is not possible. It's gonna really exhaust you, and it's not working that way, the best way. And instead said is there is no exclusion. So the vibration, law of attraction, is not working of exclusion, because you're already focusing on what you don't want. You kind of like producing more stress about negativity. So let it for others if they want to try this path. It's not working. So the card wants to say, just focus on what you do want. This way you eliminate, you are actually heal and enlighten the things you don't want. They're gonna just vanish, disappear, fade away, because they're gonna be healed and enlightened through the light of what you want, because you're gonna see which direction to go, where you belong, what you feel. But we've been raised up in what we don't want. This is unfortunately in a dysfunctional families that is so in the world is often the way, like this focus. This is simply said like the focus on the problem or on the solution. That's what basically it is about. So don't try to focus how can I get rid of something, right? Because it's gonna rob you from your precious energy and not gonna bring you much. So the way we do that, we eliminate or heal, transcend, that's the right word, right? The things that we don't want is when we focus on what we want. So no matter what this is actually what gratitude is about, to focus on appreciation and gratitude in ourselves, in outside ourselves, because it's all the same. Trying to figure out how to transcend and how to celebrate this feeling of appreciation, because the more we're happy with something, the more clearer we are about our destination. So do you want car more? I'm fine today for doing this video. So I'm going to just once more. Oops. Okay. The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say once more. The heart expansion. I believe very strongly that our heart healing by itself, if we let it explore, let it operate, breathe, and be in our heart space, it's actually heal everything by itself with no effort. And it's going to be clearer for us and what we have to do. The law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists through the universe. And so at the same time that the law of attraction is responding to the vibrational content of your physical thoughts, it is also responding to the vibrational content of your inner being. Yeah, it wants to say that you are not alone. Even you think you're stuck in this physical body and it kind of feels that there is no progress, you are always managed by the universe. Maybe you can resist the expansion because you used to be trapped for too long. For everyone who has been in a situation, in a negative situation, dysfunctional situation for too long, it's kind of a bit what's the right word? Shaky is even underestimated, right? It's gonna be a bit squeezy to go out in the light, out of the closet, out of the tunnel, out of the hole. but this card wants to say that you're not alone, that the universe, your inner being, inner soul, which is unstruck, right? This is your heart, is managing it for you, so you can rely on it. You can make small steps, not overload yourself, not do the the highest possible goal at first. Small steps, because if we're gonna overload yourself, gonna think we have to be only perfect, and at the end we do nothing for ourselves or for others. If everyone would do that way, that would be much less help and expansion. And this is sad that people have to put themselves in this perfectionism, and this it has to be a certain way, and I am not allowed to fail, I'm not allowed to fall, not allowed to embrace myself. I think this is actually very beautiful if someone is vulnerable. As long as they are courageous, brave enough to stand to it and say, yeah, well, this is me in this moment, and I expand, I learn from it. So that's what I wish for us, and just the next step, trying something new, take every social possibility possible, trying some new hobbies, most of all, there is really an interaction, going out, sniffing a bit fresh air and fresh people, like sniffling them, you know what I mean, if I can do it or not. In the end, it is, of course, the goal is to be around people who you really feel home, and it is not on their range or on their profession or on their stand who they're gonna be. They are you, so this is about feeling, but you first have to feel that inside of you. This is within. That I wish for you, and have a beautiful night.